Smart Nonsense Podcast, where we talk about smart nonsense. Been a week. He's rusty. Missed the rainbow opportunity.
Dude. Fuck, dude. I don't know why I thought I'm supposed to clap, dude, and I'm just out of it, maybe. I don't know. I felt really good about that too. And then immediately it was wrong.
Yeah, wrong time, wrong place. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
You're not looking your best. I guess you're snuffleupagus. Well, no, not physically, but like
sounding?
Yeah.
Looking,
yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Sounding, no, snuffed up. And I know, well, you were joshing me. You were joshing me because I never get sick. That's my quote. And I'm currently sick. I actually missed a game last night, and it tore me to bits and pieces. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I stand by that statement that I never get sick.
Okay.
I am just a new man. I'm a yes man, dude. I'm a yes man.
Well, this is the season of yes man. This season of the podcast is yes man.
I'll take on any disease, dude. Take them all on. No, I go out a lot, so I meet a lot of people now, and fucking
and you get sick.
Just a lot of collisions. Yeah, bacteria just flying into me. Viruses.
Dude, can I give you a yes man isosceles of myself? Isosceles.
Yeah. I like isosceles though. It's kind of sick.
Isosceles. All right, from here on out, if you change your mind about something, it's isosceles. The proper noun. I've said it on the pod. Maybe I need to do a public apology. But I was once very grumpy about the people that celebrate birthdays for an entire week. The week-long birthday people.
There's only one person I know that we
there's
both
a few.
know. But okay.
There's a type of person that does it. And, dude, I get it.
Oh.
Dude, give me 2 weeks. Give me a month. It's the best. So
Belky's birthday is tomorrow. For context.
Girlfriend's birthday is March 10th.
Yeah.
Girlfriend's birthday is March 10th. My birthday is March 14th. So on the 10th, we do all this stuff for her. Right in the middle, on March 12th, we do a big family dinner for both of us. Tonight, she's taking me out to dinner for mine. This weekend, We're going to a cabin for both. She's having a birthday party next weekend. And that's an isosceles that I need to apologize for. Because
weekend? So she's lapping 2 weeks?
Yes, sir. And it's fun, dude. Yes, man.
Wow.
It's so fun. Why not celebrate yourself as long as possible?
Wow. No, that's great, dude. That's really good. No, you're hitting everything there. I got no feedback, no critiques. That's awesome. We would hate on it, but man, yeah, I think sometimes we can just be haters. Like, fucking dude, take a week, take 2, however many you want, dude. Go all the way year round. I'm glad we're all having fun. Don't get sick though. That'll wear you down. You might miss hockey.
Well, I've been like chronically under the weather for 2 weeks because let me check my fodder here, but we have just been freaking. I mean, that's kind of why the podcast was gone for a week. Oh yeah. I have the pod thread. We're building an empire. Let's wait.
Oh.
Empire.
Wait empire.
Do you have any threads pre-empire?
Fun threads. Well, with my longer hair, someone said I look like a young John Travolta. 2 people actually said it independently. I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Your brother looks a lot like John Travolta, young and old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll roll a picture right here. Whoop. There it went.
Nice. My brother. Now I gotta go find a picture of my brother, huh?
No.
Did we talk about whether or not to date older women? Did we talk about that?
Dude, what's so funny about that is maybe the only thread I was gonna bring up pre-Empire is about SpongeBob episodes. Because that's what I do during my evenings. And your isosceles, perhaps, whether or not to date older women. Let's go there.
Well, one
What's
track mind. It's actually awesome though. Like I think a big problem was our current friends. Like you're all in relationships, so I've just basically swapped out for like 2 years younger friends, and now I hang out with them all the time because they're all single. It's kind of dope. And I also, I'd ideally want to date some girl that's younger than me, but as the topic unfolds, I'm basically. I mean, this is something. All right. Well, last pod.
I'm
I
kind of
think
curious why younger, if you'd like to.
it's you want a new car or a used car?
Oh.
No, no. Oh, fuck,
Oh.
dude.
Oh.
Is that the worst thing I could have said?
Oh.
No, that was just kind of a joke, I guess. Well, it's just like car is not the right analogy. It's
No.
it's it's
On second thought,
well, okay.
maybe don't answer the question.
No, well, it's not, I mean, it is what it is. So say you're 34. If you got 34 or 24, I like those 10 years, dude. If I could be with the person during those 10,
Okay.
that's a lot of fun. Okay.
Okay.
I miss those.
As opposed to 34 to 44.
I'd rather take 24 to 34.
If you're starting at 34, okay.
Right. It's the slope's going the wrong direction. And then there's baggage. There's a lot, there's just a lot of things.
There's wisdom though too. I think I might like to go closer to 34 than 24 myself.
Well, tell Thena that.
She's on her way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't need to go. I don't need to have the Leo, the 49 on 19 or 21, whatever that is. 49 years old on. Okay, whatever. Well, okay. Well, I mean, it's easy to make the case for younger, I think, most of the time. Not too young, but young enough. The harder case is the older.
Okay, let's do that one.
You made one point with maturity and wisdom. My other point, this is going to come from if you're talking to a 34-year-old and a 24-year-old, you're already like discounting the age. So they're probably like amazing 34-year-olds. Like maybe like beautiful, or they have other great endearing qualities. And in this case, I'm going off beauty for this one. All right, I had a list of two. I'm just going to go with the one. Beauty.
I was going to put you on the spot and ask for another attribute, but I decided not to.
Wisdom? Did I say that?
That's mine.
Fuck. No, I can't think of one. They'd get along better with my parents, maybe. So if you have a beautiful 34-year-old, that means her genes are fantastic, right? You've already seen the Charizard evolve. Versus you get a baby, you get younger. Fuck, dude. I'm in hot water everywhere. Younger, you just don't know where that's going to go. That could go in infinite directions versus, like, this is a pretty good trend line we're on here. So it's kind of the genes have been filtered nicely.
Wait, have we arrived at the thread yet? Or was this all preamble because we got caught? I asked a question.
I think this was it. I just accidentally found myself from the last pod. You probably knew. I don't know if I said it, but some older women, but beautiful women. I thought they were younger than me, but the opposite. But then there's a big pressure cooker too on that. So can't do it, dude. Just know I'm out and about. John Travolta.
Time for my thread. Happy for John Travolta, the Yes Man, the year and pod of yes. While you have been doing that and coming up with all kinds of interesting principles, I've been watching SpongeBob. I've mostly got onto the new episodes of SpongeBob because this woman who's a background artist painter for SpongeBob was posting all these beautiful backgrounds and gross-ups she was doing on Twitter. And I was like, wow, those are beautiful. I should watch the newest episodes of SpongeBob. Everyone's tweeting about them. I watched, dude. It's like 2025, season 15, new episodes releasing weekly. These episodes are unwatchable. I don't know like what kids are doing nowadays sound like a grumpy old man or like what's in the water. But the original SpongeBob, I think we've talked about it here. We'll continue talking about it till the end of time until we make SpongeBob. But the original SpongeBob was a storyboard driven show, meaning there's no writers. The episode starts in the storyboard and then they punch up the storyboard to make the gags as funny as possible. And I think you optimize that over 25 years. And now it's like every 0.001 seconds, there's a gag happening. And it's just a gag for gag's sake. And I keep telling you, it reminds me, like, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Mm.
Oh, and yeah, like the episodes are beautiful. This is something we ran into even just in like 2 years of making YouTube shorts. But it's really, I think, easy to optimize for beautiful. It's a lot harder, and you have to be ruthless to like cut stuff and do things that are effective, not just beautiful. We ran into that trap at least.
Yeah, I don't
So
know if well, Hillenberg, the creator, died, and I don't know, did Dryman leave? I don't know if he's still, does he run it? What does
yeah,
he do?
no, yeah. So it was like Hillenberg was the creator. Dryman was his showrunner, Derek Dryman. He left, I think, during one of the SpongeBob movies. I'm pretty sure because he didn't agree with the direction the show was going in.
Hmm. Too many
I think
gags.
after, I think after maybe the first movie. So the people that are left are like Sherm Cohn, who's one of the original storyboard artists, uh, and pretty much all the voice actors,
Right.
and then everything else is fairly new.
Yeah.
I'd just be so curious, like what Hillenberg would think of the show today, because it's like it's it's crazy. It's hard to watch.
Yeah. I mean, you got to put them back to back because, I mean, we were slip sliding with our own stuff. And unless you see like 2 years ago compared to now, or like 20 years ago in their case, you don't notice it till you're just there.
Well, and
Uh,
imagine you've got like a bunch of people, you've got a huge company, you've got huge team, and also it takes 9 months to make an episode. Like there's no walking back. You know, you got to run like the Elon Musk cutting algorithm on the whole thing if
mm,
you wanna fix where they've gone.
yeah.
So that's your life versus my life, older and younger women versus SpongeBob.
Mm. I
But
also
that's just
thought
what
it's
I've been.
kind of bad that this podcast is going to go out. Huh.
Would
Well, I was just
what
thinking about
dates you have lined up?
well, I don't know, just not used to live podcasts. I got to kind of factor that in. Um, yeah. Well, what I wanted to talk about was how freaking crazy work's been for the last 2 weeks. And that's a bad prompt, but like, just getting back in the trenches, like heavy, and because we had a lot of action
Heavy.
going on. Two areas for me, because I'm Mr. Like I only really want to work on something if it's like moonshot potential or like really big potential. And so for me to get dragged into two projects means we're cooking something good. These two projects, one was this CeraVe pitch, which we wanted to knock their socks off and basically take over the YouTube. I don't even know if we can talk about this, but whatever. And then
Live pod.
yeah. The other is Brain Blast. This game, SAT game we're building. We need someone to actually build it because we hired the wrong developers before. We want to hire the right one. Every day it's like there's fucking a new programming language that we learn about that's like, oh no, this is the one you should use. And I'm like, can you just fucking tell us which one to pick and
Right.
do
So
it?
starting with Brain Blast, we spent all this time, mostly you and Krishna, honestly, spent all this time putting together this huge. Actually, the three of us, because I was working on like the Blitz content through our channels, but you guys spent all this time. We put this thing out.
Well,
We could talk
fuck,
about the
dude.
maze. Oh, you want to
I
go all the
mean,
way back? I wanted to talk about Swift
well,
versus native.
oh,
Immediate Swift
okay,
versus native.
all right, do it
Just to
and then
touch on your point. So we
backtrack.
put out this huge blitz and then we can backtrack. But we put out this huge blitz and like I'd say a good amount of the inbound we're getting. So we're looking for a iOS developer to build this app native for iOS, which is the coding language of Swift, so we can have the butteriest app on
With
iPhone
yeah,
with incredible animation and video. We spent 2 weeks getting this thing together and launching. Just about all the inbound coming back right now is no, you guys are hiring for a Swift developer. what do you think about doing React Native instead?
Mm,
React
mm.
Native being basically all cross platform, web, Android, iOS. We're like,
Right.
fucking can't do anything right out here.
Well,
It's like the goalpost just keeps, it doesn't keep moving like down the field. It keeps changing fields.
yeah, dude. Like I thought we were playing football. We're playing soccer. Fuck.
And then rugby.
Yeah. So yeah, right now, basically we're like, okay, we fucked up. We picked Unity, which is a game engine that's like to build 3D games. My bad. Uh,
Dude.
then we're like, okay, no, we're building a 2D iPhone app. That is what we're building. What do you build those on? It's Swift. So like, we're just gonna like, we are hiring a Swift developer, and we're gonna pull all our resources into like this 2-week blitz to find the Mark Zuckerberg of iPhone apps. Like, we're gonna do everything. We're gonna have shorts on
A
Henry's
React
channel.
Native developer, by the way.
No,
Zuckerberg.
is he?
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I said of Swift. Mark Zuckerberg of Swift.
Of
Otherwise,
Swift.
I would have just said Zuck, dude.
Right. The
Um,
Zuckerberg of Swift.
Maybe that's what's his name? Steve Jobs' partner. That's Woz, dude.
Woz?
Finding Woz.
Dude, I should email Woz.
Nice, dude. So the point is, like, I'm just like, let's take a big shot on goal now that we finally figured out exactly what we're hiring for. We know it's like a needle in the haystack, but if we have a, how does this analogy work? If we have a big haystack, if we have a big needle, if we have a big magnet, I don't know. We're gonna make a lot of shorts and pump them all to it. So ideally, we're getting like millions of views potentially on this website, and that's why I wish we recorded last week, because we're really hyping it up on like how fucking crazy this is gonna pop off, because we've never done like a blitz this hard. And
First time in 3 years, my channel is at rock bottom. Also,
it's rock
by the way.
Yeah, I actually looked at the stats. I'm like, oh, you weren't kidding.
No, it's rock bottom. Krishna's is ripping though, and mine's about to rip.
Yeah, well, that's good. One out of the two. But yeah, point is, we point all these things. We make this beautiful website, which most people are like, oh, just make a hiring page. Like, no, we're gonna build like a little teaser for the game. So you go brainblast.com, you go and you can like play a little sample problem. You get that little adrenaline rush, and then we bring you into the actual hiring page. It's like, hey, you like that feeling? We want to create that feeling in an app. And then here's what we're looking for and who's going to build it. So I thought it'd be dope.
Well, wait.
Oh.
Here's why I like it. Here's why I think it is dope.
Okay.
In the 2 weeks or whatever it took to kind of put all this content together, get the blitz ready, we basically prototyped the game in the hiring post. Wait, hang on. Basically prototyped the game and in this hiring post showed like exactly what the prototype needs to be, which was a worthy exercise. It's like mocked up. It is really now just like, we don't need more ideas. We don't need any of that. We just need someone to build it. And then we launch, probably.
Well, we launch and crickets, dude. Absolute crickets. And the problem is like the short's not doing that bad. It's like 500,000 views or something. But we've maybe had like a couple dozen applications from that, and like none of them are good.
It's still really early, right? Okay.
Very early.
In the big blitz we've done, like only one of probably 10 shorts has gone out. Krishna's first one only went out today. We have this whole investor list, right? Like I didn't do that till yesterday. I only texted my friends today. Like it's early. But
Yeah.
for the sake of the story, absolute crickets. And my channel is on fire, a dumpster fire. It's bad.
Right. So yeah, and then compound, like even you just saying React Native and React, I'm like, fuck, maybe we should. But we get one shot on goal, and it's already we're already shooting.
No, we disagreed and commit. My thing was like, let's just build this as a web app first because it's easy, fast, and cheap. We could probably do it with our web dev guy, Durdfin, demandflow.co. But you and Krishna maintained, which I like, this needs to be iOS native. This needs to be in the hand of every high schooler. And I'm like, all right, disagree and commit. Let's go mobile.
Yeah.
So we gotta go for it.
No, we're definitely going for it. I'm just like, fucking React Native can go for it, and then you can have your cake too. But fucking to the event, dude. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think high school students, like this is for SAT. Every kid has an iPhone, so like we want to make basically escape competition entirely by making an app. No one's making an app first. Like that's why Instagram crushed, because they were app first, or Snapchat, versus like Facebook was desktop, and then it just
React, dude.
it didn't work for kids.
Facebook was React.
Well, no, I'm saying Facebook was the bad one.
Yeah.
I'm saying Snapchat. I don't know what Snapchat was on. Maybe
I know. I'm just there.
Point is though, like all the new apps are always like mobile first, and that's why they really crush it. So I think I'm still bullish. It's just like basically what we found doing research is one, not many people make apps. Like if you're a smart engineer, like all our like Ivy League friends, you just kind of want to be a cog in a big wheel, a big money printing wheel. And
cog in a wheel, cog in a machine.
Oh, wow! I really believe that one too. Yeah, I don't know, just a cog, dude. You want to be a cog, all right? Whatever wheel or machine you're in, you're just a cog, and that means you're solving like, here, I'm gonna fix the login screen, and that's all I have to worry about. You don't have to build an entire app. And so the people
you can
that
also
actually
work 2 hours a day and make $550,000 a year.
Yeah,
working from home.
Dope. So
sorry. I'm trying to define cog, and I think what's
dude, how is that helpful?
Because I think wheel is in the definition of cog, which is funny, dude. A cog in a wheel.
I thought a cog. Oh,
it's the tooth on the rim of a wheel.
I thought it was
or a
the
gear.
Tooth. Yeah,
it is the tooth.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. I was right.
Cog on a wheel.
A cog is literally on a wheel, and that's part of a machine. So I think I was even more right than even the idiom. So
there's a second definition.
No.
It's a subordinate but integral person or part.
Yeah.
Which I think it means we're using it wrong, because they're integral. We're trying to say they're not integral.
I mean, yeah, fucking your machine's gonna break, but like you're part of a machine still, or a wheel. Point is, dude, if you can build an entire app by yourself, you're not looking for a company to join. You're just gonna build your own stuff. So it naturally just filters people immediately to like they just have their own company, or they're a cog, and you got no one left, and that's why we got crickets. So we're trying to figure that out. The good thing, the pro of our sick hiring page at brainblast.com is that when we send it to people, it looks really good. So like I think
feels
we're gonna
really good.
Yeah, even more important.
Did you want to do the con or just the pro?
The con.
The con, when you send our brainblast.com to people.
When I send it. Oh, well, the con is the con. So because
the con is it's so sick.
Yeah. The fucking maze, dude. Really maze, dude.
I'll say the con. Yeah. So the
fuck.
Hold on, I'll get it together. So the con is you have to play a like 15-second version of Brain Blast to get into the site, and a good amount of the people we send that to forward to a friend are like, actually, this happened to me today too. They're like, can I just have the job description? Like, where's the job description? Can I just send the job description to a friend?
It just happened to me right before the podcast too.
Amanda did it to me, but then it was kind of funny because before I could give it to her, she said like, she's like, oh no, I figured out. She said, oh, never mind, I solved the problem. I'll forward it along.
Dude, I literally think half the people I've texted this to like at least 100 friends. I think probably the majority of them never got through the game. I think they're like, oh, that looks fun, and that's it. They're like, oh, I don't know anybody or whatever. I don't think they actually get to the page. And then when they go to the page, part of the copy, like at the top of the page, is related to the game, because like you like that feeling, and it's like, if you don't play the game, what feeling are you talking about? I don't really want to go back and rewrite it. I could, but
no, don't. Can I elaborate on the maze though? Because it's funny. I think it's gonna filter for someone who absolutely, totally wants to make it through the maze and get here. Which we're probably just gonna find by.
Well, the problem is when our sneezers don't make it through. Like,
okay,
yeah.
No, there's another problem. There's a pre-maze problem, which is all of our content pretty much funnels through my one main short. None of it's really gone out yet, but the one main short, the call to action is like, call to action's like, hey, you like that whole story I just told? Go to brainblast.com to figure out my secret plan or something. Which is like, in theory, I guess a nice secretive, like, build some curiosity, get them to go over there. But in practice, it's like, we need an iOS developer. Do you know an iOS developer? Send them to brainblast.com/developer. And it gets a
Yeah.
one more step worse because the other like 8 or so shorts, and I can tweak CTAs after maybe the next 3, but the next like 8 or so funnel to that short with the bad CTA, which funnels to the website with the game,
Ugh.
Billy
Well,
Mays.
yeah, we've never done such an interdependent launch. Like all our stuff's like, hey, here's a one-off, here's a one-off, and it's like you don't have to do any big picture planning. And like, I mean, we were even doing big picture planning, but you really don't know anything until you start testing, and it's like, oh, we're fuck that. We couldn't have really. I mean, you could probably predict the maze, but like, you really understand it immediately when the first person asks, like, can I just send the page to my friend? You're like, actually, you can't, or it doesn't make sense. And then, yeah, we don't have a call to action. Like, the theory behind it was, okay, let's just get them, like, iOS developers will be interested in the game that we're building regardless, so they'll go to the site, plus all their friends will go to the site. We just want as many people on the site to get wowed as possible, and then we'll filter from there rather than filtering at the start. Like, just get people to the site. That's really cool. But it probably is working the opposite. We just
I think
gotta
it's
be clear
another
over cute.
example of right. I think it's another example of being clear over cute.
Yeah.
We've seen that so many times. And like you said, until you kind of like hear back from the market or from customers, you just don't know.
Yeah. It will be memorable at least.
No, it's sick.
You don't really go to a website that doesn't let you in until you fucking solve a problem that's also kind of hard to do. Yeah, the problem also might be too hard.
It's a hard problem. We could change the problem to like, what's 10% of 100? Give them 5 seconds. Really tighten it up.
Yeah, might be better. The reason why we made it hard was because we kind of wanted people to see the explosion animation. Sunk cost at this point, but we should probably make it easier, and then people probably wouldn't have trouble sharing that. Well, they'd still want a job post. I don't know, dude. We'll figure it out.
Well,
But,
not worried. Me, this guy right here, not worried.
We got a couple potential people, FYI, which are exciting. Well, not really potential. People are trying to poach. I think we're gonna have to poach somebody, or we just go overseas and 0-1.
What I realized, one, I really want to hear from Dharmesh, but he hasn't opened my email yet. But 2, what I kind of started to realize yesterday, and I told you guys, is like, we can't sleep on the fact that given what we've built and the social proof we have, like all of that was in service of being able to just go point at anybody and be like, hey, like, okay, let's say and Christian's looking into this, but let's say we really love the Flighty app. There's like 6 engineers that built that thing. There's no reason we can't go to an engineer at Flighty and be like, hey, I love your work. This is what I'm doing over here. Any interest? Or like, you want to talk about this? Or if not you, who's the best iOS engineer you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, like even the current like the most crack guy from my buddy's class at Brown, like I sent him your video and he'll see like there's a bunch of views and a bunch of subscribers, and like it's gonna help convince people when we do the direct method. It'd just be nice if like the actual audience itself, not just the status symbol of it, was
Longs, dude.
But
Longs. But yeah, it is funny because every dev I've talked to that's like building their own thing, they look at our distribution and the audience they have, and they're like, man, I can't even imagine if I had like they're building stuff and they're like, I can't get a single person to use this thing, period.
Right. Which is the least of our worries.
Right. So I think the right dev will see what we have distribution wise and be like, this is going to be a grand slam.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, and then I guess we can wrap, is realizing CEO's job, which we kind of have 3 CEOs. Who knows what the fuck this is? But like our job is to recruit the best talent. Like that is our number one priority always. Like Steve Jobs, best product he ever created was the design team at Apple. So same thing. Like we are building the team. That's all we got to focus on. So it feels good. Fuck, I had a good point, and fuck it, I was starting to quote things, and I got lost. But no, hold on. No, Gardaloo, dude.
Gardaloo. Ooh, wait.